On today's episode of Let's Talk FGO, we're going to talk to you about all of the campaigns announced for Anniversary 5 and the fact that Albert has destroyed your clairvoyance by releasing Summer next in like 4 days, actually. So, I've prepared a Summer 5 Summer Camp pregame as well.
That's very voicey.
Yes, I'm going to turn down my system volume very slightly because I realized I turned it up and I might be a little loud because I'm capturing off my system volume. Hi! We had a long conversation at the pre-show about the fucking bootleg tech we use that makes this work. And I don't know if that was technically my one F-bomb for this 30 seconds or not. I don't know where that lie.
I should probably keep quiet then.
Well, hey, the voice you hear right now, I am one of your camp counselors, Omega, and with me we have the most trustworthy grounds manager. Don't mind the gardening shears. Lucky.
Excuse you. Anyway, I hope everyone is enjoying Fate Grand Order, aka packing up for summer camp. And while we here at Studio Mega like to bring you the latest and FGO-related news and memes, we will be talking about current and future events for both the JP and EA version of the game. So anyone not wanting spoilers, milk those dailies for all they are worth.
Speaking of which, hold on. I'm going to scooch backward in my chair and grab my phone. Because Daddy needs QP, and already having NP2 Small Da Vinci QP dailies, easy peasy. But before we get too far into that, I would like to remind you this episode is brought to you by our patrons like Adam DeHarp, Architect 10, Plexto G, Carlos, Dragon, Ferris, Jerry Vasquez, Just the Fate, John Sandoval, Legendary Boss Hunter, Liam Kessler, Regent Raptor, Rise of Kenji, Rogue Robin, Charvor, Sean Pryor, some guy named Bob723, and Varen the Crow. If you like what we do and want to see us do more, consider supporting us on Patreon. You can get access to episodes early and lots of other goodies, and it really helps us out. Thank you for your support, everybody.
Thank you.
And thank you for your support when you give me $5 to yell at Dallas.
I
I will take that fail portrayal joke and turn it mainstream. But yes, hello. I know you did. I was there, yeah. But yes, hello. Welcome to Let's Talk FGO. This is our, our lovely post-4th thing. Malaise. There's a lot of stuff going on. A lot of stuff happened. A lot of stuff still going on. But let's close down the patron list. Don't need that anymore. We're going to move on and on to our first segment, because we actually have a lot of stuff to talk about.
We do.
I realized one of the reasons why our shows have been so short, and honestly why I think I'm okay with the fact that they're doing summer early, because I was thinking to myself, man, how do I do pre-games again? How long has it been since I had to write one of those? And I think it's been like 2 months. Like, it's been a while since we actually had a new event.
Yeah, we have been running on the land of reruns for a hot minute.
Yeah. But let's move on to check in with our favorite Kohai, Mesh.
Senpai, 起きてください.
That's right, it's time for Wake the Fuck Up Senpai Registering for Pro Tips. Lucky, you wrote this, chunky boy.
Yes, I did. Because it was one of those things that I learned it too late. So, please pay attention to the symbols on the new Extreme Dailies. The embers on this one are closer to a 2-1-1 split between the three types. And you can tell which type you will get the most of by paying attention to the wording and symbols. For example, on Wednesday, it will be Caster Archers, with more Caster Embers dropping, but Saturday, it will be Archer Caster, with more Archer Embers dropping.
Mm-hmm.
Basically, if you just, now's a good time to actually see it. If you actually go look in your dailies, you'll note that all of them are open. Like, I made this mistake. I didn't think there would actually be a difference for them. Oh, excuse me. So I just grabbed whichever one I saw first. And I noticed, for some odd fucking reason, I literally had twice as much Archer Embers as I did Caster and Berserker Embers, and I wasn't entirely sure why. And I thought it was just maybe a weird fluke, but no, someone on Reddit actually, broke it down and showed off that, no, actually, depending on which day you do, you will actually get more of one type of Embers. So, especially now, right now, with everyone, working very hard on, leveling and grinding and all that good stuff, take a little bit of care and make sure, you're not wasting necessarily more effort than you should be. Work smarter, not harder.
Yeah, especially because in only a couple of days, these are going to go back to 40 AP.
Yeah.
And also, you got to spend your resources well, because we've got new events coming and other things.
Yes.
And honestly, I think we have some other helpful tips about quite a few other systems, but we'll probably get to those in the news. We can discuss pure prisms and other things.
Yeah.
This is a big one. But that means it's also time to roll into Records on the Throne, a regular achievement topic. Since Lucky just did that pro tip and my records is shorter, I will do mine first.
I might have been a madman.
So, Step 1, on the GSSR, fun fact, got Scotty and NP2 Tomoe. So that's, pretty funny. Somebody was very happy in the Discord. They called their shot. It wasn't a dupe, so that was an okay result. I have had quick units before. I admit the double Scotty system will probably be harder to find on support for shenanigans, but I do actually have quick units that were not optimal before. Like, I think I bond-tended my Lancelot, like Zerkalot, before Scotty even came out, because I was using that mother effer on farming. Same with, my Fran is also bond-10, so I used to be down with the quickness, so I can certainly use that for certain setups. But in about 250-ish St. Courts, I want to say, I got a Castoria, I got a Woo, that's my first Woo, NP3 Lobo, NP4 Atalanta, and Mary, and some CEs and stuff. I did also another couple of 10 spins I shouldn't have, trying for NP2 Castoria, and I say I shouldn't have because, honestly, it sounds like I got a lot in, just free-to-play courts. Most of my spins on this banner were awful. They were, mins or, hey, here's 3 copies of the anniversary 4-star CE. Most of those 4 stars I just talked about, I got, all of them in one 10 spin. I think I posted the picture on my Twitter. It's pretty weird. But yes, I did get Castoria. And I attempted that very Monday to try and do the funny. And I did succeed at 10-10-10ing her regular skills. I did not get to level 90 because, as you may have heard earlier in the week, my internet was blown up by a nondescript thunder deity. So I was literally incapable of getting her to level 90. I solved that the next day when I got my internet back. So my Castoria was almost within 24 hours-ish. 10-10-10 level 90. We're not futzing with app-end skills right now. My Scotty is also smile protected, and I am working on cleaning up some of my other 4 stars, like Woo and like my new Atalante Ultra I got on tickets for the frickin' CEs. But I ran out of QP, so
yeah, that's the struggle.
Poseidon couldn't. Yeah, that's. I often talk about my relationship with the Sky God in this hell state. But yeah, I'm back on the grind, and I am in fact looping Sun right now. God bless you, Small Da Vinci. But Lucky, you did a lot of other work on some stuff.
Oh yeah. So let me see here. So to start off, sorry, I just looked over and saw the PC running off Gamer Girl Bathwater.
Yeah, okay, I understand. I understand the pause, sir.
I just looked over at my screen because if you guys don't know, I've been playing Returnal, and I actually do like the game. We'll talk about this tomorrow. But I turn to my left. I see the PC, and I'm like, oh, it's a PC, but then I see the girl on the side of it. I'm just like, wait a minute.
There are multiple stickers of, I assume it's actually Belle Delphine, and it's her Gamer Girl Bathwater they've got for the cooling pipes. This shit is cursed, guys. This is the true power of double monitors, by the way. If you've ever been watching me stream, something with say the Goop Troop or recording progression or something. There, you will hear me do the full Stone Cold pause. That's usually because I turn my eyes over to Discord where it's on my second monitor and just somebody said something and I'm just like, ugh.
It's like, you took me out, you ruined my immersion. Anyway, immersion back in. So, for me, I bought my 80-pack because I actually realized I had no paid course because I am horrendous at saving. Horrendous, I say. And I was able to pull an NP2 Summer BB from GSSR, along with NP3 Summer Mabe and NP5 Asclepius.
Hey.
It was a fat roll. There was also a Ushiwaka in there, but that's rare prisms. So it was like 3 SRs, 2 Asclepiuses, and a Summer BB, which is fine, which is good, which is okay. That was actually my second pick, if not comma, because now like I said, now I can overcharge with the BB, which is important. Which is very important, I think.
NP2's. I think we've talked about this before. Math-wise, NP2 is the, single greatest pickup, because that lets you overcharge period and is usually the biggest effect increase.
Yes. But it didn't stop there, because guess what? There was a banner roll on. And rolled it and I did. And let me tell you, so NP5 Arjuna on a ticket, NP3 Longyu, NP5 Tomoe, Longling, and Rama as well. All those. Also, there's a Castoria get. Also, she's level 90, 10, 10, 10. I might have had to dip into the rare, pure prisms to get the little gem things. Not the eggs, the next one. I can't remember what
Comet
they were.
shards?
Yes.
Yeah, I had I had plenty of comet shards somehow. I think it's because I don't think I had any saber gems for Dioscuri. That's probably going to come back to bite me in the ass later. But I had exactly enough eggs. I think I have 1 egg right now, guys.
Egg. God, I think I need more eggs. I think I was looking at maps.
Hey, don't worry, buddy. There's like 10 at least, I think, in the summer event.
But if we're talking about smaller smiles protected, let me tell you, Arjuna, Emiya Alter, Tristan, David, William Tell, and Mio all smile protected. Now, are you asking why that's all archers at one caster? Well, let me tell you why. It's because I worked so goddamn hard and got Tametomo no Mai, Casco Fox to level 120. It was a grind.
He turned his mindset into a grind set, y'all. Like, if you weren't following on our Discord, this man was working.
Well, like I said,
he was working at his job, but...
Yes. Like, the 4.4, like, if you have, I guess, like, I think if you have, Mona Lisa and Bella Lisa, just, like, 1 copy of each and, like, supports, whatever, you can, like, pull about 4.4 million QP on the new Extreme Daily. It's a little nuts.
Yeah, I'm in the middle of it right now, but I think my best example was, I believe I did as many runs of the new QP daily as you could do with normal AP, so I use like half an AP bar currently. I went from having like, I think 30k QP to 17 million again in an afternoon, basically, like an hour or 2 of grinding. Like, holy shit, guys, dailies, woo.
I know, it's a hell of a drug right now. Unfortunately, I've been actually sacrificing a couple hours of sleep for this, badly, and I'm a little
also,
tired.
the 5 times suck chance and 5-star EXPs also crazy good.
Honestly, I don't think I could have done this 120 unless it was for the 5 times.
The suck chance is phenomenal, yeah.
It is. Like, I'm gonna tell you right now, we still got a couple days of this left. We'll talk about more details later, but if you're considering whether or not you should 120 of the server right now, I will tell you, right now is the time to do it. Because I'm still not done, by the way. So, in addition to that, I also unlocked 2 of Tomomo's pen skills and got them both to 10 and 10 respectively. I literally cannot get her 3rd skill unlocked because as per the servant coin math, even if I was to have her at bond 15, I still will not have enough coins to unlock her 3rd one. I believe I would need like 10, 20 more to do it.
You would need another NP level basically, or hypothetically you would need bond 16.
Yes. So,
which, by the way, my immediate thought when Lucky talked about this math, especially given people have commented about servant math before, is that really makes me think that, like, probably at, like, Anni 7 or some other event soon, Nissan's gonna get up there and be like, hey, you get, like, 10 more servant coins. 17 if there's still just 20 coins. Yeah, that's fair. Yeah, I strongly expect that we will probably get an infusion of servant coins again that will be retroactive, because they're pretty cool, but also it's... Gosh, you need a lot. You have to be really invested if you want to perfect your own servants.
Yeah, so my truly transcendent Tametomo is just out of range, and there's literally nothing I can do about it. But good news, I did actually finally get my Tametomo and my Atomic Cat up to Bond 11, and now they're working on their Bond 12s. So I'm excited about that. And speaking of which, I did switch over to Tomahawk-Man, and I did get all 3 of her pen skills to 10, 10, 10. I had to actually dip into my Pure Prisms again and pick up the Fruit of Eternity. I think I had to buy like 14 of them. Now I'm at 0, same with my damn Comet Shards, but I'll see what happens. We'll talk about
I believe all 3 of the mats you've suggested will be in the new summer event. I would say I think you would still have needed probably to buy some with Pure Prisms, because I think it's only like 10 fruits, but there's a handful of each in there, so.
Well, again, once we get out of Anniversary, I'm gonna go back into my low power state and not be as fucking mad about this.
I mean, this is the time. Yeah. It's half AP, everything's open, we have brand new dailies. Also, by the way, the Farming Queen just came out. Like, somebody said I was, smooth branding. I'm like, yeah, no, I am smooth branding, because grinding QP sucks, so, like, this literally is just turn 1, I dump every Castoria skill into Little Da Vinci, and then I just do it. I just do 3 turns. No thought, head empty, only blue.
But Also, I will say I've been working on my base, and so Murasaki, King Protea, BB, and Summer BB are all 10, 10, 10 now. So I am super broke right now. I have no embers. I'm slightly weak inside. I'm super fucking tired.
Yeah, I haven't done it yet, but expect to hear some stuff from Omega probably next week. I don't think I'm going to go for the 120 grind right now. What I am probably going to do is start activating at least the mana loading append skill, if not more, on some servants. Because you know me, I love my NP. And I do actually have a few really good servants to throw stuff at, especially because Pure Prisms are out. By the way, you can exchange for all the mats you can't farm for normally in Pure Prisms. Just a heads up. But alright, let's move on to, did you finish your master missions? The answer, probably.
Probably.
So to complete your master missions, you need to perform 30 FP summons, you need to defeat 15 Saber or Rider class enemies, not servants or certain bosses. Defeat 15 Lancer, Assassin, or Berserker enemies, not servants or certain bosses. Defeat 15 Archer or Caster enemies, not servants or certain bosses. Complete 5 quests and complete 10 quests. So basically, do the Statesman rerun, which you should do because you get free mana prisms for that, and Saint Courts. And also then just, hey, dailies are unlocked right now in half AP. Do dailies. There you go. The only thing you wouldn't normally do on that is this is a reminder to do 30 FP summons. So, yeah, pretty easy to block that out there and get in there. All right, guys. It's time for the news.
Yay!
We have quite a bit of it, so, while not, obviously it's not their anniversary season yet, JP is pretty similarly no breaks to us right now. And Hakenden has actually gotten Banner 2 and 3. Banner 2 is a new permanent archer, Minamoto no Tametomo. He stays a giant robot man the entire time.
Pretty sick.
Yeah, it's pretty slick. But also for people who were, like, joking/concerned, it would be kind of like Arknight's Mudrock situation where, like, we'd go, like, 3 ascensions down and peel off the armor to reveal another cute Minamoto. No.
Yeah.
There is no waifu, only giant robot archer. And if you want details on that servant, we come back there. Also, new permanent archer. Hey.
Yay.
Banner 3 is a Hokusai banner up, and both banners are still the Lobo Ezo raid up, so that's 3 different Ezo banners to pick from.
Pick your poison. Pick your doggo.
So, now we have the big one. Fate Grand Order, NA, 5th anniversary. Anniversary campaign is running from the 4th until the 17th. So, what you're gonna do there is... First of all, we met our social media goals, so we got 60 Saint Courts total for the panel on the social media goals. Everybody saw this coming.
Yep.
And then we got one of our lovely 10-part campaigns, so log in every day for 10 of things. This also has a total login bonus for Mana Prisms, RP, and Foes. So still, getting your mix of your bonuses. As we have been frequently discussing, extreme difficulty of dailies is unlocked, so there's a new level of difficulties where you can acquire better embers and better QP. Also, all dailies are unlocked and are half AP until the 10th, so you got a couple of days left. Also, until the 10th, ×5 suck chance. It is phenomenal. It is, dare I say it, based. You can get so much leveling done, y'all. Additionally, command code slots have increased by 50, and your second archive space can be bought. I think it's like another 100 space you can buy for CEs and servants. Daily mission overhaul also came, so this has been a long time coming. Basically, it's like master missions now, but they're completely automatic. I don't believe you have to actually, like, tap anything to get them. It just happens, they unlock and move on.
Prize.
And basically, you compete 3 dailies total to get 30 MP total. It's 10 for your first one, 10 for your second one, 10 for your third one. Just get mana prisms. Shut up, it's good for you. Also, while there wasn't a new extra mission, it is, extra missions previously have been buffed, so they added new content for the past several years since they added those. So, extra mission buffs have been done for, main story, free quests, rank ups, interludes. So, you've got more for clearing lost belts, more for clearing free quests, more for doing rank ups and interludes. So yeah, pretty good. Pretty big quartz infusion there.
Yep.
Your friend slots were increased by 5, and there were limited time master missions for MP and tickets to get more friends. Basically, they gave you 5 slots and then gave you missions to add more friends. I also peeled off some friends, because I had several people who hadn't logged in several months, but I'm back up to like 99 out of 100, so we're good. They could add like 20 friends and I think we'd fill up.
Probably.
Alright, the next one is... yes. Slight command code quality of life. They can now be replaced or removed without removers. You can overwrite lower level ones, and you can remove without needing your actual remover so long as the code is already unlocked. So, yay. Simplified stuff. We have a rank up campaign. I've got that list below later, because there's like 14 of these fuckers. It's very good. Another big one is another big St. Quartz infusion. Every pip in a main story quest now gets you 1 quartz frag. So,
Very nice.
yes, you would have gotten a huge pile of quartz frags if you're caught up on story and can turn all those into more St. Quartz, or if you are catching up later, this gives you a even more infusion of St. Quartz as you keep playing, so pretty good. And then there is the Lucky Bag summoned by Debut Year was the last campaign, which we have already related on. So, pretty solid stuff. Very good anniversary. Some of that was new, some of that was original to the JP version. But let us run through the rank up list. Phantom Gut is Charm buff. It now works on all enemies and removes their buffs and has -1 cooldown. Brynhilder's Primordial Rune as a buff. It now gives, I believe, just herself 20-30% battery. Darius Age 3, got a Guts upgrade. It now reduces enemy buster res and gives him -1 cooldown. Reiko got her NP upgrade. More damage, reduces enemy criticals.
Very important.
David got his NP upgrade. Damage multiplier and also bonus damage to giant enemies. Quite a lot, actually. It's like plus another damage multiplier. 200% damage. So, very solid. Very nice. Obviously, he didn't get that because I got in there because he didn't have it. Python skill upgrade! Her buff removal resistance now lasts 3 turns, and also she gets attack up for 3 turns on that skill. Hey. Gives you more flexibility. Especially because that's her HP recovering skill. Nezha got an NP upgrade, more damage multiplier, and the burn was increased by 2k. It is now 3k, I think, for 3 turns. Or maybe it's 5 turns. I have to double check, actually. But more damage and more burn. Arjuna's Hero of the Endowed got a skill upgrade. It is -2 turn cooldown. Cooldown -2, and gives him NP per turn. This should make him a little more consistent in terms of the NP. And next is the Caskill NP upgrade. More dabblage and 30% crit up for the team for 3 turns. Musashi, regular Saber Musashi, gets her big NP upgrade. Her Overcharge now does more. NP levels increased with Overcharges more. And she does bonus damage to Alter Egos and Moon Cancers, plus the usual damage multiplier increase. And those are all out. The future ones, the ones coming tonight, which will be out by the time we go public. Ku gets his upgrade to his Batcon. His Guts goes to give him more attack the less HP he has, and also his -2 turn cooldown. What we're learning is that the game realized they really overvalued Guts. And then, obviously that's pretty good, but I think the last 3 are the really big ones. Herc Guts upgrade. His Guts now stacks, and if he procs a Guts, he gets Buster Plus for 5 turns. Emmy is going to get his Projection upgrade. It is now increased to 30 to 50% for all card types, and you can now make his NP, Buster, or Arts, depending. This lets him loop. And the Arturia Mana Burst buff. She now gets NP damage up for 1 turn, and makes all her cards Buster for 1 turn. Brr.
Indeed.
So, yeah, very solid rank ups that I've been also chipping away at. So, pretty good, solid stuff. There are special costume unlock quests as well. We have costumes for Nero, Izu, Arjuna, Little Bavinke, and the Bunyan, which also I believe get you, what is it, a ticket, I think?
Yes.
Yeah, there's a lot of mana prisms, a lot of tickets in all this thing.
Stuff be happening.
Yeah, if you completed all the memorial quests already, there's a new quest that adds a new command code. We're doing an All the Statesmen rerun for this duration. Get 50 mana prisms per extra Bunyan. Plus, like I said, St. Quartz and stuff. We have a new CE shop in the MP shop. Idolmaker. That is Master and Mystic Code EXP+. There's extra inventory in the Da Vinci shop. There are extra rare prism and mana prism items you can buy, like tickets and EXPs and stuff. Not to mention, we already just had our monthly rollover as well, so that's cool. Yes, this was technically, I believe, separate, but we got a new one. Pure prisms have been added. You get them through story clearance. I don't actually know what the ratios are because I just received all 800 of mine.
Yep.
But as a reminder, you can spend them on mats in a special Pure Prism exchange, up to 100 of a mat. Mats cost 1, 2, or 3 Pure Prisms per, depending on what type they are. I do not believe there is any word on when the inventory will refill, because it says they're available for like over a year, so I don't know when they reset them. But there's max 100 in there, and you can exchange it with Pure Prisms. You can get more Pure Prisms as they unlock more story clearance. I recommend what the actual like news release article says, which is use them strategically to increase certain servants. Don't just buy up whatever stuff you see. I admit I spent 300 of them on bronze mats already, but that's because they are bronze mats I am chronically low on. I bought them on bones, keeping in mind I haven't fully leveled Tametomo's skills yet, so I'm going to need those bones.
Oh, you are.
Stakes, which I am eternally out of. And I bought the 100 of the new small bell mat, because that's needed for new servants, like CASTORIA needs that for her app end skills and shit. I may or may not also be buying future Lost Belt shit, like those fucking dream scales Mordred needs for her app end skills. But other than that, I also, like I said, recommend what they do, which is just hold your pure prisms until you know you're like, okay, I'm going to need some of this mat or some of that mat, or I'm going to need a lot of this mat.
Yeah.
It's not a perfect system, but I like it. Now that I can actually like get my hands on it and spend the pure prisms, it's a good system. I think the only thing it really needs, and this is a suggestion that I think literally everybody playing this game has had, we need a way to refund mats we have too many of and turn them into pure prisms.
Yeah.
Because holy shit, do I have so many of some mats, guys. And I know you all have something, you have too much of the same. So, otherwise, very solid system. Glad to see it.
Well, we kind of needed it with getting serving coins and dependence and skills early.
Yes, the fact that you can spend pure prisms on the new mats you can't farm, which I brought up earlier, is like, that's probably going to be a big send to people who want to get working on their app end skills like right now. Because it is hard and slow rolling. Yes, I think that is my... No, that's not my next one. No, it is my next note. Next bullet point, master cost limit got adjusted for lower levels. If you're already, like, max-ish level, it doesn't matter. But if you were at lower levels, if you've been starting FGO or starting an alt or whatever, the amount of cost you can go is raised higher proportionally. It ends in the same place, but the cap is raised normally so you can use more servants. Additionally, for main quests and so on, and other stuff, EXP and QP drops have been rebalanced. I don't actually know if mats have been rebalanced their drop rates. It was explicitly Embers and QP, but implying you've missed Skelegrams. I still have several bullet points left.
Aha!
But yeah, so you should get better EXP and QP drops out of story clearance now. And I do not know if that extends to mat drop rates. Now, additionally, tutorial missions have been added. It's kind of funny that it took them 5 years to do this. This is a pretty a standard hallmark for gacha games these days. And I like these because you get a lot of statues and skill gems. Holy shit, do I wish they'd included the collect all missions button with this. Please, give me that button. Like, every single time I do a quest, I clear, like, 3 tutorial missions, and they are unfortunately all manual. That's at 3 at least, by the way. But there's a lot of them, and you can get a lot out of it, and I think it's a very good add there. And of course, the most important upgrade of all, the in-game music player is updated with the latest soundtrack. You can now get songs all the way through Lost Belt 5 Part 2.
It's important. It's very important. In case you feel like you need to cry.
Yes. There are many cry songs, but also you can now jam out to the Olympus and Atlantis boss themes whenever you like. You can listen to that Poseidon map theme you will literally never hear again. You can also, Tree Battle 3 got added, Wodaime. I think that one might have added a little while ago. But you can now listen to Konosuke 9 Drive whenever you like.
I have bought that one already. Just saying.
Yeah. So it's always fun, and hey, you got a lot of extra statues for these tutorial missions, guys. Also, it's also current with even the Requiem event as well. So Requiem had good music, so if you want to get that, it's there. And now, kind of surprising everyone, it was a little alluded to at Anniversary, where they actually showed off the NPs and stuff for the new summer servants. But they do also do that at JP's Anniversary as well, usually, so it wasn't that weird, right?
Right.
But we have now confirmed Servant Summer Camp is starting soon, from the 12th of July until the 1st of August. Don't you worry your pretty little heads, the pregame is coming. It's later in the show. But Albert said he was going to attack Clairvoyants at the panel, and he has done it. Insert that audio clip I have about Albert trying to kill me, because the extra work I gotta do. Luckily, wanteds for summer are very easy. But yeah, I gotta get that out in like the next 4 days. But yeah, so this was a little bit of a bamboozler. I mean, like I said, personally, I'm not averse to it because OQ is cool, and I know a lot of people were looking forward to it. That shit's to roll for Kama, and there's a lot of mats and stuff in the rerun, but God, it's been a long time since we did a new event.
Yeah.
So I can see why they decided, because they have the option to speed up new content and then pace us out. As some people have pointed out, August was also a really lean month in JP, so, giving extra stuff to do can be worth it. So, pacing things out. By the way, at the panel, Nissan and Albert also announced that Lost Belt 5.5 is coming in November.
I'm a little quick.
Yeah, I believe this probably is our usual, 2 weeks speed up, but still, that's, earlier than you may have been anticipating. So, for certain banners and servants, that will actually matter. Also, I believe means faux show it is coming before Christmas and Vishra. So there's a lot of fun juice. Yes, a lot of people have been saying you can now bully Kama with Summer Kiara if you so choose. I would not necessarily recommend that, but it might be funny.
People are gonna do some weird stuff.
Well, I think the other thing that's actually really amazing, people are already thinking this because we didn't get OQ before anniversary, but you can now try your Castoria strats on full bar Kama.
Yes.
Which is, full bar Kama is supposed to be one of the most challenging, quests of all time. And hey, Castoria's fucking, watch my wanted if you haven't already. She's dumbly good. You get to blow through debuff clears and fucking enforcement defense. Yeah, good heavens, where you look at the time, that's a good one. She has his arts, yeah. So yeah, that's there's some pretty interesting stuff going on there. Lost Belt 5.5, we're gonna have a fun time. Also, another kind of surprise drop at AX, but worth mentioning because it's FGO related. Grind Carnival is all out on Crunchyroll. Includes a dub. Blu-ray's on pre-order.
It's good. Even the people like to be dumb sometimes.
Yeah. And there were quite a few people who were in our live stream chat who were like, BRB ordered Blu-rays.
Oh, yeah.
And I can't say that's a bad strategy, as I did point out that my internet was knocked out for 24 hours, and I did have to resort to my Blu-rays and DVDs. You gotta drop the Yamate Kuda stop. The memes.
Oh, that's pretty good. It actually makes me wonder if... That was the thing I was wondering, if actually the people who actually did the localization was the FGO localization team.
Yeah, the Aniplex team?
Yeah.
Actually, that's right, I didn't put this in my news. And we should, because even though it is tangentially related. But I think we can safely say the Aniplex team, because Albert also announced in a big mic drop at the end of the panel.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
The fact that we are indeed getting Witch of the Holy Knights official English translation and localization from the Aniplex localization team, so Albert's squad. It'll be releasing later this year. It will be rated M, so I believe they've said it's uncensored, basically.
All the blood and violence.
Yeah. So, yeah. No, that's a pretty interesting thing. Yeah, December 8th.
Oh, I'm excited.
So, pretty solid release date. That's gonna be pretty cool. I'm so glad they're doing this. I believe Albert said that this is the first actual Type Moon VN that has been properly, fully localized over here and officially released.
Actually, I do need to double check that to see if Tsukihime actually does have pre-existing English subs, or is it just full Japanese?
Yeah, I don't remember if the Tsukihime remake has the English translation option, and even then, it's still not available openly in this region.
No, it's not. But it's just one of those things I was wondering about.
Yeah. Also, yes, no. Witch of the Holy Knight is the Awazaki sisters game.
It is literally it's the OG story. Yeah. The Oest of G's.
Alco is our Protect version.
Yep.
Okay. Somebody is just saying that Tsukihime Remake does not have English subs, but because it is on PC, people can patch it and have done so. So, yeah, no, this is pretty interesting. I am 99% sure if they were, because they were already making the remaster of Witch Knight. If Witch Knight sells well, this will almost assuredly be the pave of the way to
Tsukihime?
Yeah, to Tsukihime Remake. And they may wait for the second part to come out. And also to probably the original Fate Stay Night, because that's been available on iOS in Japan for years. Oh, it's not on PC, but fans made a PC version and then put English in it?
People are wild.
People are industrious. I'll give you that. Hey, whatever floats your boat. Just so long as you don't complain about me floating my boat. I mean, I would agree with that about old school TM fans. They're probably a little insane. That reminds me, actually, before we get into mailbag, so I discussed the Ultria localization and translation for a little bit during my Wanted and why I won't use it. But several people in the comments actually came at me with a solid thumbs up conspiracy theory.
Really?
Yes, because there is a tobacco company called Ultria Group, and they were apparently doing a lot of business around, like they started importing to Japan around 04. So, and if you feed the Japanese phonetic characters into Google, it will translate her name as Ultria. So, a lot of people are theorizing that Type Moon may have used some primitive internet translation methods and got the name of the cigarette company because it is pronounced the same way and is spelled Ultria. So they're like I said, I don't know if it's true, but it's a solid conspiracy theory. I like it. As just like, because it was 04, I can easily see being bamboozled by like baby babelfish translating other shit, right?
Oh yeah, totally.
Like, it happens all the time, even with decent translation softwares, so it's just one of those weird things, and then you're just, well, we thought it was this, so we're committed to the bit. And boy, are we committed to the bit. Anyway, luckily, nobody has been trying to make CASTORIA work. even like, the official FGO stuff still just says the full Castor Ultria, as wrong as that sounds.
Whoa.
But I believe that is everything in the news. Wow, that was 40 minutes of news. Sounds about
sick.
Right.
All right, so let me stretch. Let me grab this dog. Come here, Missy. All right, we are now bedtime with dog. Say hello, dog. That was a very weird strand, dog. I am not strangling the dog. I'm just saying that. She's just a bit of a squeaker. Ain't that right, Missy? All right. So anyway, it is... stop. Don't hit the tail with the mic. Don't do that. The dog cannot be contained. Anyway, it is time for this week's Let's Talk FGO Mailbag, the segment where we read what you have to say and bark accordingly. Yeah, right. All right, get off my lap. Anyway, we have, let's see here, 17 today. And the dog just jumped on my bed. We have 17 today, and we'll probably get through them all. Probably. Maybe. Will one get yeeted? Well, let's find out. So let's start. The first one comes from the Eternal Storm, who says, "Greetings to you both. I hope your rolls went well and you didn't spend too much St. Chords getting Castoria. I pretty much used all of mine doing so, but got Hark and Suzuka along with Hokusai and Kirky and the GSSR, which I'm happy with. No questions this week, just wishing you both well and looking forward to hearing from you both. Well, congratulations for what you got. Unfortunately, we're going to keep moving on, so thank you very much. This next one comes from a master who brought Castoria home with a promise of handmade meals and a chance to use Merlin as a punching bag. That's probably very solid. They say, hey guys, hope your 4th of July was fun and not too crazy. Also hope your rolls for Castoria went alright. I got her as well as NP2 Summer Musashi from Lucky Bag, so I'm all set. That is a very powerful combo. My 4th of July was kind of shit because I had to go to work and people do not stop firing fireworks until 4 a.m. for some ungodly reason. Then I wake up in the morning and it looked like there's a fucking war zone outside with fucking spent shells everywhere and just that haze. That smoky smelling haze. I'm just like, this was great. I love this.
Cordite. Good for the lungs. In case you missed that comment earlier, my 4th was a little bit of a downturn as in the middle of the afternoon there was a big thunderstorm and our internet exploded for like a day. So I got a little bit of the cabin fevers.
Yep. But this person goes on to say, I was sad to hear the creator of Yu-Gi-Oh! Pass away. Loved watching the anime as a kid. If you don't mind me asking, what was your favorite anime/cartoon growing up? Sending you the good guys, the good vibes. Wah, 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 wah. And see you in summer camp next week. Favorite cartoon? Honestly, I think that, like, probably the thing I love actually the most, probably in my youth, was probably Fooly Cooly. I literally took one of my stepdad's old VSS tapes, put the fucking electric tape over the copy protection tab, you all know the one, and recorded like all 6 episodes off of Adult Swim. I even got some of the fucking and I would like just watch that like every fucking week.
Got the bumpers?
Yep. Yeah. It was good. Oh god, it was good.
Growing up, I think in my preteen to early teen formative years, I'm gonna go with Bleach. Actually, I think Bleach has always been my favorite out of those big 3. Yu-Gi-Oh was obviously like very formative, but as they kind of moved out of the original series, I kind of drifted away for a long time. And if you want more of my thoughts and some of the other guys, in our small Yu-Gi-Oh community's thoughts, do check out the Fail Portrayal. It was kind of unfortunately timed, as it were. Unfortunately, I don't know. What's up?
I'm sorry.
What horrible thing has happened?
It's not horrible. I just went over to General and I saw that there are two kind of dogs.
Wow, you haven't looked at General in like 2 hours? Okay, that's fair. The dogs one is pretty good.
I'm sorry. I've been working on this and I've been playing Returnal and shooting tentacle aliens.
Fair enough. Makes sense. But yeah, no, shocker. Bleach was incredibly formative for me.
Like, there's a lot of things that, like, always stuck with me because, especially, like, in that Adult Swim time frame, because that's where I watch, that's where I first watched, Cowboy Bebop, that's where I watched Trigun, that's where I watched Ghost in the Shell Standalone Complex, Fully Cooley, even Inuyasha was in there.
Yep, Inuyasha's on that block. Bleach was, in that block as well. I think
I think I was in the Navy by the time they did that, and when I got into the Navy, that's when I got into touring anime.
They had some good shit.
Yeah,
Blood Plus was Adult Swim. Code Geass, people mentioned. A lot of good stuff. Good work there.
Wait, am I actually paused? I just pulled up the fucking map. Yeah, no, that's a pause. Okay, cool.
Yeah, the game pauses.
I wasn't sure. I just pulled up the map. I'm gonna talk to people now. Yay! Oh, but no, Fully Cooley is always just the one that always sticks with me.
Yeah, and before I got into anime, there were a few Western like, obviously there's some cartoons that I really liked, but it's a little loosey-gooseier. Like, a lot of that's just general vibes. Like, if you wanted me to remember plot beats from, like, I don't know, say, Courage the Cowardly Dog, or, like, Code and Kids Next Door, like, a lot of the real good Cartoon Network cartoons back in the day, I can't really, other than Return to the Slab.
I remember a few, but
like, I also still know that I really liked those shows, and, hey, if you've ever watched me run horror role-playing, I feel like Courage the Cowardly Dog kind of set that up for me. Because a lot of weird shit in Courage.
Oh, yeah. Like, if we're talking, like, Western animation, I'm trying to think of, like, one that's my actual favorite. And I still think it's probably Static Shock. Back on the old
Static
WB.
Shock was so good.
It was, like, one of the best. Because, like... I like Justice League and Batman Beyond, but Static Shock was just the one that stuck with me. You know, he was just some kid, living downtown. He got some cool electrical powers. He got his best friend that makes him some awesome weird shit. I was like, nah, that was the shit.
Yeah, Static was really good. Great Adventures of Billy and Mandy, another weird ass cartoon.
Code Lyoko was a strange one. I actually never understood what Code Lyoko came from or what it was about, but I did love the opening.
Yeah, I feel like I always, like, missed the first season of that show and could never figure out what the fuck was going on. But yeah, it was, somebody just it was a French animation, actually. And everybody's foreheads were huge.
They were.
Yeah, I mentioned K&D earlier. That was another interesting one. Oh yeah, we've talked about our cartoons.
We have talked about our cartoons, and we shall move on. So thank you very much. So the next one comes from Summer Kiara Can Crush Me. I do feel like there's a lot of people who are vibing that, and a lot of people who are secretly vibing that. You know who you are. I don't judge. But they say, question, I was wondering how many copies of Summer Kiara you need to get her to loop. I've looked and gotten some different answers. So I was wondering what you guys thought. Probably, if I wanted to say off the top of my head, 2. Probably MP2.
2 is usually the magic number. I mean, what I have heard is that if you have access to a Castoria and you have invested in her skills, anybody with an Arts NP can loop with double Castoria. Yeah, Chad is saying NP1 with the right CE, so that's going to depend heavily on what CEs you have access to and, like, what stuff procs. Probably safe for 2.
Yeah.
Because you can really juice up if you've got the right setup with Plug Suit and Servants. But you gotta level those skills.
Gotta carry that weight. See a Space Nun.
Space Nun become a mermaid.
Yeah. So, thank you very much for that. I hope that clears things up for you. We move on. This next one comes from Commandant of the Purifying Force, who says, greetings, Lucky A2 and Omega 2B. Just want to say hi and thank you for entertaining my weekends with Let's Talk FGOs, especially during my post-eye surgery recovery period. And I am happy to report that the healing is nice and smooth. I'm sorry I forgot to leave a comment for the Wanted Castoria video that I used as a catalyst to bring her home at the cost of 8 multis and 15 tickets. I wish everyone a good luck on the banners, happy 5th anniversary, and belated 4th of July, which is also Filipino-American Friendship Day in the Philippines. Neat. Yeah, no, I didn't know that. As I also prepare myself to get my Also, prepare myself with the first anniversary of Punishing Grey Raven Global with a collaboration event with Nier Automata featuring 9S, A2, and 2B by the time you guys are reading this. I wish you all good vibes, wah, 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 and a wonderful weekend. Until next time, over and out.
Well,
Punishing Grey Raven is a good game. It's just another one of those things like I literally didn't have time for.
Well, good luck with that yourself. And
also, Yoko Taro,
your eye
just
recovery continues going well.
Yep. Also, Yoko Taro continuing to be like, you give me money, you can have these characters. Have a collab. You get a collab. You get a collab. Yoko Taro gets cash, and he is completely fine with that. So, let us move on. This next one comes from 5-year anniversary, 5 SSRs. They say, question, with it being anniversary, so there is a bonus success rate for... With it being anniversary, so there is a bonus success rate for super and great success. I blew through about 800k FP to make CE bombs. So on that note, my question is, do y'all think that Lasagna should make a quality life update that addresses the absurd way that CEs need to be leveled up so that the process is less painful? Or do you like the system, how it works currently? P.S. Hope your GSSR and CASTORIA rolling went well, and since I saw it in Discord right before my question, congrats on the level 120 Tametomo lucky. Thank you very much.
On the subject of CE leveling, sorry, I almost said QE. It's different. Probably we should do something about that, because that becomes a extra master mission later to level your CEs. Try to get one CE to level 100, everybody.
I feel like we should have some sort of permanent craft essence CEs. Like
yeah,
we
have
have
a permanent EXP for craft essences. Yeah, because they do that pretty regularly for events, but even then the inventory is usually limited.
Mm-hmm.
There's only so much you can do, and I honestly do not know how efficient the EXP from those is. Like, obviously you spend them, and then there's the weird stuff with bombs. Yeah, there's EXP Guda stuff in the FP gacha later, because you will be rolling FP gacha for I completely forgot Nobukatsu's name for like 5 seconds. But yeah, the CE bomb strategy has always been a little weird, and well, obviously, like, kind of important is still like taxing and requires a lot of cleanup. I kind of hope we could develop a system that would make that a little more efficient. Like you said, because we already have craft and EXPs, just making that dedicated and either permanently attaching them to like the FP gacha to make that system more efficient, or adding it to like Rare Prism Exchange every month. Probably functional.
Yeah. But with that, let us move on. This next one comes from the Tyrant King, who rolled MP5 Castoria and 510 courts. What? Tyranno, where are you? Come here. I need to slap you. How fucking dare?
That's basically a Castoria every 100 Saint Courts, which is not expected.
How dare you?
Well, we're already bringing that gift back, huh?
Like, good job for you and, your blessed luck, but also, fuck you. I was just trying to get MP2 and I would have been happy.
That's like, I didn't even get MP2. I gave up after like 2 or 3 more 10 spins because I was like, man, this sucks.
Alright, I'm over it.
Yeah, it's definitely one of those moments like, okay, good job, but fuck you.
Anyway, the Tyrant King who rolled MP5 Castoria and 510 courts after a messed up gotcha session in another game. Question. Hey! Tyranno, why'd you do this to me? Lila? What do you think, Missy? Let's go with Lila. Hey, Lila, Lucky, and Aquars Omega. With summer possibly coming sooner than we expected, what are your rolling plans this summer? Any particular concerns you are excited for? Also, can I get early birthday wishes since it's going to be after the show? Anyways, that's it for me. Sending you good vibes your way and hope your gacha pulls be blues. Reference is Love Live. Rest in peace, Kazuki, the GOAT, Takahashi. Well, my dude, happy early birthday to you. Happy returns of the day. And I hope everything will go your way.
As for summer, well, because I didn't go broke on Castoria, I will be rolling some on Banner 2, and that'll probably be it.
I thought long and hard about this. I will probably be pushing for Kiara and Murasaki. Yes, I know they're on separate banners. Everyone has to fucking tell me for some odd reason.
I mean, I feel like they're just trying to get ahead of the horrifying wrong luck that happens with these kinds of things. Because, hey, everybody, I'm rolling on Banner 2. I'm rolling on Banner 2 for the 4 stars. I want Summer Tomoe and Summer Murasaki. So, everybody get ready for Omega to get 9 Summer Abbeys and none of the 4 stars. But, you know, people like to make sure you know what's up, even if they maybe sometimes go a little too far on that.
Mm-hmm.
We know what's up, y'all.
So, with that, we shall move on. This next one comes from Master Mulling Missing Mazes. That's a good one. I like it. I love alliteration. But they say, hello, Lucky Omega. Given the event or conspicuous lack thereof that spawned my alias, you may have already touched on my question in Skelegrams. So feel free to skip and just accept the good vibes. Question. Do you have any thoughts on the suspicious lack of reruns in JP? You brought up the topic regarding a Summer 6 rerun last week, and that got me thinking. Turns out they haven't had any reruns since Case Files back in January. Additionally, main interludes have been shifting to free, and recent events seem to be shifting to 3-week durations as the rule rather than the exception since CMOS Crisis. Ooh. Well, good on you for actually double-checking that. And I don't think necessarily it's anything suspicious. They're probably just, like I said, they usually have their schedules out way in advance, barring any sort of weird happenstances or weird stuff happening. And they probably just have some, like, I'm pretty sure that they're gonna be doing their summer rerun here, probably post Hakuden here.
Servants need, what is it? They say it's about a year of dev time, about a year of lead time. Yeah. So everybody who is coming out now is still from, like, they were planning this around anniversary of last year. That would have been, obviously they had around New Year's. They had the transition to Los Angeles, right? They transitioned companies and reorganized probably. They have been heavily focused as Los Angeles on content designed to catch people up. Like they've been implementing the part 1, increases, the extra quests for like the max boosting CEs, stuff like that. So I'm not really I don't think there's anything concerning about they've been rolling back on reruns. Because remember, we're about 2 years behind them. They kind of leaned very heavily on reruns for this year equivalent in JP because of the pandemic and stuff. I feel like maybe they're trying to unpack that a little. I mean, I will say if the content is there for it, I'm okay with 3-week event stretches. If it feels a little fillery, that's a problem. But they've had events that have run too long before. At the very least, Hakuden seems like it has enough banners for whatchamacallit, 3 parts, right? Like, they actually have 3 banners. They're doing their Road to 7 build-up and stuff. And I mean, they did do a Case Files rerun in January, so there's some stuff out there. I would argue that the Tunguska main interlude drop is effectively a Tunguska rerun. They just decided because it was story important to make it happen early, right? Rather than what they did with main interluding CCC 2 years after it happened. So it's certainly interesting. I mean, and like you said, I suspect we would probably get the summer rerun somewhere in there. It's because it's. I would hope that they do not abandon reruns entirely for main interlude, or if they do, they improve a system on welfares. Just because that's kind of a big thing, is we want more access to old welfares and so on, and you need to do certain things to get them. So I feel like they can't do away with reruns to get access to old welfares and mats. And I think they can even do the welfare servant coins in the shops, right? Is what they usually do.
Mm-hmm.
Currently, I think reruns are too embedded in the economy, so unless they're gonna, completely overhaul shit with, welfares in Anniversary, which they might, we don't know, I assume reruns are probably still coming, other than the reruns we have somehow missed always in the Christmas season. I still don't understand that, but we'll see if there's any particular reasons for things being weird like that. It may just be that they keep putting story content in December.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, we'll see what they go for. I do kind of feel like they have been doing slightly different vibes this year, but that's because they had a couple of years of pandemic to work with. And like we said, servants and new content does have a fairly long turnaround time. Next year for us, which was last year in JP, is going to be heavily loaded up with, obviously, all the story content in the giant blob that is Lost Belt 6. So things have been a little weird.
I wonder if they're still going to do it in 3 parts like they did with JP.
I assume just for the sake of spacing out the banners, they gotta. It's just...
Oh, true.
It's just that because it's all written and out, they don't have to, necessarily keep the same strict schedule. They will probably do it in 3 drops so they can do all the banners. It's just they'll be able to space it out probably a little more evenly. The main thing is that I believe the first 2 story drops we have to get before our anniversary, right? Because I think those have new SSRs.
I believe so.
Yeah. the new SSRs that came out before JP's anniversary, so they will have to be there for the Lucky Bag. The final blob of story content can come out after. Because while that does have a new SSR, that wasn't in the Lucky Bag, so maths, everybody.
So with that, let us keep going. So this next one comes from Moon is successful in the CASTORIA hunt. Yay! They say, question, hello there, Lucky Mega. Hope your rolls in GSSR went well. Since it's the 4th of July as the time I'm typing this, what do you usually do to celebrate? Haha, it depends. If it's a weekday, I have to work. And after I work, I don't feel like doing shit.
Yeah, these days, nothing.
I mean, if it was like on the weekend or something, I go out to a barbecue or I might go to a fireworks show.
Yeah, I guess that's probably the best we do with my family is, we usually eat something nicer than usual. Barbecue ribs, barbecue chicken, something like that. I think we did actually have barbecue chicken for 4th of July. But, otherwise, not really anything. When I was a kid, absolutely, we would go to the... I mean, I hope people don't mind a slight tangent on fireworks buying, but I think this is a very American thing. Have y'all ever gone to buy fireworks for, 4th of July or New Year's or something? It's always very particular. You got to go to the tent, usually, depending on your state. There's a big tent that's blown up in front of your local Walmart or Publix or whatever the fuck.
Right in that
and they have all the shit. You work at the one. Swag. But yeah, when I was younger, and we lived in more rural areas, yes, we would absolutely go out to the little fireworks stands and load up on a couple of the little boxes with the multiple tubes and stuff, and do a little of that work. But depending on where you live, that can get harder because allegedly some people still get mad at you, and some people sometimes you got to cross the state border, all kinds of things. But yeah, it's a very particular experience, and we used to do that, but I don't do that so much anymore. Because listen, fire's cool and all, but they're very loud, very noisy, very hot. I still have a scar from where I burned myself on a sparkler when I was 9. No, I think it's perfectly okay if your state wants to make them illegal. We really don't want to burn anybody down.
Listen, they're a fucking noise hazard. They're a fire hazard. People just leave them littering everywhere. Usually in other people's fucking lawns.
People are also, for their own personal safety, are absolutely moronic about it. Do
you know how many
Roman candles and even bottle rockets and shit are very dangerous if you don't know what you're doing. They can be fun, but, it's almost like sporting ownership of, a firearm. You gotta know what you're doing. Otherwise, you're gonna cause some problems.
The
video, I saw that.
Yeah, I honestly am all how?
How did you not know this would happen? It has to say in 4 different languages, fucking fire hazard. Ugh.
So, and I like fireworks. I enjoy it. Like I said, sometimes I go out to the shows. Shoot, if you know where to go, you can just see a badass fireworks display for free. I
do not like this gift. People don't hold bottle rockets. It's bad.
But yeah, I like to go out to fireworks show because they have the big professional fireworks, and I just got hit.
Oh yeah, some quality fireworks stuff is good.
Oh yeah,
I'm trying to. I don't think it was. I don't think they should have been blown to their backs. It's a pretty small rocket. It's not that much concussive force. But yeah, no. I have. In addition to professional shots for watching, New Year's or whatever. I've lived in Florida for a long time. So even at a distance in some areas, you can catch some splash zone from the theme parks. But if you ever have a chance to go to a major theme park like a Disney World or Land, even for not 4th of July, they'll do some stunner fireworks shows.
Yeah,
and that I think is still has complete merit. Professionalized fireworks, that's some heavy duty stuff. It's really neat, and there's a lot of artistry to it. As much as I think it's fun to do fireworks in your own backyard, I also understand why some places are we don't trust people to do that. Because you'll set some shit on fire and you won't put the fire out.
I consider myself a reasonably safe person, and I still have accidentally fucking, knocked over one of the big fountain things. And, I had Nom flashbacks as I'm fucking, dodging.
I mean, the problem, Raptor, is not somebody burning their own house down, because these fireworks go up and out. It's you burning down your neighbor's house or starting a forest fire that burns down 50 people's houses. Because, by the way, guys, there is a record drought in the western half of the U.S. right now.
I mean, we're already getting wildfires.
Yeah, it's one of those things where I understand if you wanna have those controls, because fireworks are fun. It's not worth burning down a whole town over. And you gotta remember, I don't think we do this fucking campaign enough anymore. Only you can stop forest fires.
God, I remember how we've had forest fires, like, thrown from cigarette butts, and we had one start from a fucking gender reveal party.
Yes, which also sometimes involves pyrotech. Basically, if you're gonna use pyrotechnics in the confines of your own home, you better be committed to putting that shit out. And because if you're not, we'll find you and we'll get you. We'll be very annoyed with you.
We'll be very cross.
We will be mildly nettled. Also, possibly homeless.
Yeah, I've already had one house burnt down. I don't want to see another one.
Yeah, house fire is one of the few, I guess you could say, quote-unquote, natural, but, like, environmental experiences I have not had, thank God. But, yeah, not very bad about that. Also, for me personally, smoke really frazzles my fucking allergies. I have lived in parts of Florida where it has been so dry, and, like, we've had, like, peat fires, and those just burn forever and are smelly and smoky. Yeah, people are bad with remembering their responsibilities. But also, seriously, what happened to these fucking brainwashing campaigns from when I was a kid? I remember only you can prevent forest fires. Where's that shit these days?
That's like from the good old,
Did Smokey the Bear run out of money?
Probably. Honestly, it might have been an issue of government funding. It might have got cut.
Probably, yeah. I'm gonna say austerity killed Smokey the Bear. R.I.P. Smokey, everybody. The CGI costume. All right, we should move on to a new question. We're just getting weird now.
So moving on, this next one comes from Bunny Girl vs. CASTORIA rolls. Will she make salt in tears or happiness? Greetings, gentlemen. I do hope your rolls are great for the banner. My question is, are there any servants you accidentally gave the wrong servant to Grail? And how did you justify your choice at the time? Have a great week, and hope to see you guys in Final Fantasy 14 with the server traveling. That is a thing. I should do that. I should go to Balmung and crack jokes about erotic RP. But no, I have actually not. I have missed the Grail because I hate chocolate. But no, I've never misused the Grail. I am very particular about who I Grail. Like I grail my Tamamos, and I'm gonna grail my Takamas, and after that I'm gonna grail my Sakura faces. Like that's it. That's all I got.
Yeah,
names. Nope.
I grail for Rin, and I grailed my Mordred. And honestly, I'm conservative with my grails. I make sure I'm really committed to the bit. Though, obviously, I think with the 5-star EXPs, I can probably afford to grail a few of my check marks a little bit more. Like, technically, early on, I did give Medusa 2 grails to put her from her normal 3-star to level 80. I don't think that was a bad choice. That was a tactical decision at the time. I really do like Medusa, and also, I was using Medusa as my AoE writer a lot, because I liked her kit more than Marie Antoinette, so that was just like an early game grail decision.
Yeah, no, I'm committed to the bit. Like, I have more grails, and if I wanted to, I could actually grail more, but like, no, it's like, I know. I look at them and go, no, 5 of those is for Koyan Sky of Light, 5 of those is for Summer Kama, 5 of those is for Koyan Sky of Dark, and then I look at how many I'm left, I'm all like, I don't have enough to actually reach the number that I like, so I'm not.
Yeah, we're just gonna play it cool. And, well, I'm not out of QP, but I, once again, don't have enough QP. Musashi stops at mana loading 8 for now. Back to the mines, everybody! Let's eat an apple! Double fisted apples.
I think I've used like 100. I think I'm like down to 250.
That's a lot of apples. I have not used that many today.
I love that gif.
It's an amazing gif.
I dropped the controller and the dog is running. Rip. And now the dog is back. So, this next one comes from Getting Summer Musashi to 120 starts now, for real. Hi, Lucky Mega. Happy CASTORIA rolls were successful and you two can now activate easy mode while farming. Only real question I have right now, how hard would you roll in the upcoming summer event Tuesday? I am aiming for everything again, as every year with the swimsuits, but I am a dirty whale. Anyways, good luck on all your upcoming rolls and stay safe and healthy out there. I do believe we mentioned this again. Mega's going for the Tomoe and the Murasaki. I'm going for the Kiara and the Murasaki.
Yeah, so Lucky will try something Tuesday.
Something. I'm not sure what.
I will be good for like a week. Especially because, obviously, the hottest new summer servant, Summer Python, is free.
Yes.
I think I can make that joke because I'm pretty sure her NP involves literal fire. Also pole dancing. Flaming pole dancing.
As God intended.
My mind is now trying to, like, figure out a way to turn that if you can dodge a wrench, you can dodge a ball line into, like, something about fire dancing. It's not there yet. I'll workshop it. Come back to me later.
If you can dodge a poi, you can dodge a pole.
We'll workshop it.
We'll workshop it. I don't know.
Clanky teeth.
Thank you, Teeth. So, moving on. The next one comes from Hassan of the Arts Meta, who says, "Hey, illustrious Lucky and Omega Ruby. Hope the GSSR and CASTORIA roles were to your liking. If not, hope your coming roles make up for it. No question, just curious what the two of you..." Alright, I want you guys to hear this. No questions, just curious what the two of you have been up to with your new servants, if any.
Question mark.
Question mark.
Yeah, I understand your bamboozlement. I realize the hard stop. No questions, just a question. Oh, that's a great gif. I'm saving that one. Hoodwinked, bamboozled, led astray, run amok, and flat out deceived. That's a good one. I don't think it's a bit. I just think, like Axe said, I think they just thought it was like a query as part of their comment rather than a question.
Yes, but a query is also a question.
Grammatically, yeah, no, that's not. You literally ended that sentence that starts no questions with a question mark. That is, in English anyway, that is not grammatically correct.
Anyway, they go on to say, personally, been making fun comps and finding new ways to blow things up with Chen Gong, now powered by Castoria ×2, Waver, Tam Tam, and Helena. Good vibes, wah 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 wah. Stay hydrated and take care. No, I haven't actually been doing anything necessarily new now. Like I said, I've been stucking with, and farming, and just farming right now. And again, as you know, I proudly display my, looters accounts of money I spend on this game, I am the man with 3K scopes, who can just fire and forget a lot of things. So, until I have basically probably limit break, max bond, like, all my AoE berserkers, I'm probably not gonna, like, change myself away from that.
Yeah, I mean, like, honestly, my setups are probably like they were. It's just who gets the most attention. Like, for instance, with farming extremes, while I believe fully foed, but not amped in any way, like he's only just level 60 or whatever, Arash is like, he can't clear the wave, so I just pivoted to Summer Musashi loops for my, like, 3-turn farming of EXPs, because it works out pretty good. Most of the time, I've been having some weird stuff. I'm like, I don't know if it was just the balance of the classes, or, like, guys, clarify this for me. If I gave my Summer Musashi more foes, that shouldn't necessarily make her NP gain worse, right? Like, right. More overkill is better, right? Because I've missed the loop a couple of times on some stuff.
Actually, I do think making her stronger can potentially fuck it up. It's hard for me to explain, but it's, shit, because I remember I had this problem too, where I actually had too much attack, and it actually fucked up something. I can't remember what it was, though. Shit. Brain. Why do you fail me now?
Yeah, so more overkill should be better, so killing faster is good. It's probably just, I got very lucky with the NP distributing. Yeah, I think it's because I switched to, somebody mentioned Assassin. It's probably because I switched to Lancer Assassins rather than, what is it, Caster Archer? Yeah, it's probably just the Assassin one is fucking me. Yeah, before I could do it with Heaven's Feel, I think I have to try with my Black Grail for sure. This is just one of those things about FGO. The secret math is just so weird. Oh yeah, hitting casters gives you better return on NP than bullying assassins. Yeah, I was wondering about that. So honestly, I just need to keep feeding her gold foes. More overkill. More.
Go
further, do more. I am also, like I said, trying to work on her mana loading as well, so she starts with more NP. Because that means I need to use less Castoria batteries to get the first fire, and I can do more. Go further.
Further beyond.
But for that, I need QP, which I am doing right now!
QP!
Need an apple. I have 600 of these, I'm fine.
Anyway, let us move on.
Yep.
So this next one comes from Farming and Glamours, but it sure is honest work. They say, how's it hanging, Lucky Omega, and praise the release of Pure Prisms. I guess this solves the unreleased maths problem. And did it also catch you off guard with how many things you can exchange them for? Now the only hurdle that remains of leveling skills is our own friend, lack of QP. Love your content, and best of luck during summer. Thanks. No, thank you. I will say, I did understand that they were going to be, like, exchanging for, like, the bronze, silver, and gold mats. I did not understand that they would actually include cookies and pieces and monuments in there as well, and I was just like, whoa.
Yeah, Pure Prisms are really rad.
Like I said, that is a temptation and a half, but I'm trying my damnness not to buy the cookies because I will use them in a goddamn heartbeat.
Yeah, and then you'll just be out of pure prisms.
And then I'll be like, no!
Because we gotta wait. Well, I mean, technically, if it's November, it's only like, 3.5 months? 4-ish months? Depending, one exactly. But still.
Still, it's a hot minute.
It's a little bit of juice. We got, it's one of those classical stats. We've got a plus or minus. We've got a margin of error. I mean, I might just buy a couple of the Blue Saber cookies to get started on my Mordred mana loading, because I'm out of that, but we'll see. We'll see what I do. There are also Saber... Actually, no, I won't. Because I literally just did the pregame. There's Blue Saber cookies. There's a few of those in the new event, so... Yay, new events!
Yay! New event is friend. Anyway, with that, let us move on. This one comes from a crow who is definitely not a pyromaniac. Doubt. But they say, Happy Fireworks Day, Lucky and Manga. My question is simple this week. What is your favorite type of firework? As loud noises make me uncomfortable, I prefer small ones like sparklers. I don't actually know the name of any fireworks now I think about it. I mean, I love Roman candles, but who doesn't like just being like... Who doesn't like holding up a Roman candle and screaming fireball and seeing it go foop?
Yeah, the Roman candle, the classic type, is pretty good. That's, the long single tube or bigger that fires up and out there. I think sometimes some similar ones might also be called, like, firework mortars. Those are definitely, like, the tube, one or more tubes, and the ball that goes way up and then goes pop. That's good for me, because it goes away a little. And it's bright and it's flashy. I have had a bad experience with sparklers, so I'm not quite over that one. And fountains of fire, like firework fountains are cool, but those are like the really risky type shit, because that's we're just gonna shoot a bunch of fire right in your backyard.
Here you go.
But I'll admit, I'm easy to please. I just like fire. I'll be cool with just like a campfire. Double points if it's a s'mores campfire. Give me some marshmallows. God, I haven't had marshmallows roasted on an open fire in years. I need to fix that. Anyway, fireworks.
I'm gonna you. They are cool.
Please firework responsibly.
Please. So, with that, we move on. Thank you very much. This next one comes from a head shorter than the rest. They say, I'm a bit deep this 5th anniversary, gonna lay low for a while, sending the good vibes, while I can. Tilde.
They're on the run from the Tilde Mafia.
So moving on, this one comes from Killian King, who says, unsure if this statement will be seen, but if it is, great. As for the actual statement, I just want to vent my frustration that this year's summer event, to my understanding, based on Clairvoyants, has a theme of a mountain-based summer camp and horror, and we didn't get a single Hassan summer servant out of it. If there be any opportunity for an alternate Hassan servant, this would have been it.
I mean, I think you've got the good logic, but to be fair, also, contrapposto. It's the point of a summer slasher movie is that you the characters anyway, don't realize they're in a slasher movie yet. So if there was a Hassan, I think people, would be keyed into the fact that this is going to take a turn, which obviously we know it's going to take a turn, but none of the marketing suggests it's going to take that much of a turn. It's just summer camp.
This one time at summer camp.
This summer, you won't be safe. But, I mean, if... Obviously, you could do 100 Personas summer, but like I don't know if you want to draw Cursed Arm in a Speedo, whatever.
Yeah, I definitely wouldn't mind a Serenity summer.
It could work, yeah. I mean, it would be risky. She would need to No, I've got it. Summer. That's right, the meme. Summer Serenity, but in like a full body dive suit, Scuba Serenity. You got to do it. You know you want to do it.
That's the thing.
Also, I mean, just to do the Gramps lifeguard meme from a few years ago, just replace his sword with a little, like, float board. Give him a pair of Hawaiian shorts.
So, with that, let us move on. This next one comes from, I'm a genius! Oh no! They say, hello, Lucky and Meg, I hope you're having a wonderful day. I happen to get Castoria and one multi, but I have no quartz. Where to go aside from Dragon Python out of the gotcha? Her husband being there for a year now, asked Da Vinci. I would, but I don't have her still. I hope everyone's roll went well, sending the good vibes. Wah, 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 wah. That is a statement, my dude.
Yeah, I hope your general overall luck gets better. You obviously got very lucky with the Castoria banner, but
shit happened.
Not so good with some other shit, yeah?
So, with that, let's keep going. This next one comes from MILF Finder, who says, "Hello there, gentlemen. I just wanted to ask if there's a banner you regret going for, and if so, did you get who you wanted? Mine was the Kin Protea banner. Frowny face. Hope you're looping sons and have a good day." I mean, regret is a hell of a word.
Yeah, regret is for horseshoes and hand grenades, but alternatively, you can throw handbags in there sometimes. I don't buy handbags, so I don't express regret. But yeah, I'm trying to think. Is there a banner I want ham on and I regret? I mean, I think it would only be in that I didn't get what I wanted.
No, like, there's plenty of... No, I can't necessarily have regret, because usually when I spend money, I'm like, well, I know what I'm fucking doing.
Yeah, but no, I'm trying to think, but no, genuinely, I don't think regret is the correct word. Like, I've had some... No, I mean, I don't regret. I was going for Mordred. I didn't get her, but that's not, like, regret. I was, annoyed and disappointed at the time. I had much suffering. I suffered. I do not regret. Which is what I was going to say. Like, me personally, the regrets is something I try to avoid, because, the past is the past. There's not a lot you can do about it. As we like to say, regrets are for horseshoes and hand grenades. Like, there are probably banners that if I had known I wouldn't get anything out of, I wouldn't have rolled on, but I didn't know, so... I definitely, like, have some times where I've, like, I went ham on this and I didn't need to. Recently I did go ham on Odysseus and still didn't get that guy. But, I mean, I can't say it was necessarily bad. It's not like I got spooked by any of their 5 stars, and I did get the Kirky rate up. I did go to, like, NP 6 on her from 0, so, like, it's not like I got nothing out of that attempt. So I don't regret it. I'm just sad that it didn't, kick in. That's okay. That's why I have shitloads of paid quartz.
Good times. So, with that, we move on.
Only a few left. Sorry, I said that 3 on.
Mm-hmm. The next one comes from Dog's Best Friend. "Hello, Lucky Omega. Question: Olympus in CASTORIA. Backstory: the kid that helped CASTORIA was beaten for stealing breed. But I find this hard to believe that happened in the heart of London less than 10 years ago. When if someone yells hamburger over and over outside of fast food in the US, you'll get fed, if only to shut you up, unless I'm missing something. Was wondering your thoughts."
Well, I don't actually know if it was 10 years ago, because you gotta remember that, first of all, it would have been a time period when Kishtaria was in, like, his mid-teens, from before FGO started. But, like, no, child hunger is actually, like, a real problem everywhere.
And
even
also...
in first world nations.
And also, it is usually against most food companies and fast food policy to not give food to the homeless.
Yeah. The other thing was that I believe it was still in the neighborhood of the clock tower. Like, the kid even had access to some magic items, so, like, it may also be specifically because it was in the neighborhood of the mage place that it was, like, even more weird and anachronistic than usual. But, like, I mean, I can totally see if you're a small bread seller, like, if somebody just comes along to filch bread, they'll get annoyed at you. But yeah, it is definitely against policy.
Oh, yeah.
Like, I mean, do I think you should beat up a homeless kid for stealing bread? No.
No.
But I'm sure
do you know how much fucking food just gets thrown out in food industry?
Oh, a lot, because we talked about the for the reason of freshness. It's a lot. We should do something with that, but, people don't usually, I believe, for liability reasons.
Well, it's for liability and property reasons.
Yeah.
A lot of people worry, and it is actually fucking true. This happens a fucking lot. If you give a person an inch, they'll take a mile. I'm not saying that all homeless people and vagrants, all that pun, but there are definitely people who will try and take advantage of that and, like, start setting up camp near the place. And I'm sorry, I know homeless people are down on their luck. They're going through some bad shit. Things in their life have not gone right. They got fucked over by someone. But when I see a fucking bunch of homeless people loitering outside a fucking store, I don't want to go in that fucking store.
Yeah, it's a little weird. Like, there's a lot of economy in there, but you are absolutely correct. Like, we can be understanding, we can be empathetic to homeless people. There's a lot of evidence out there that, like, the reason why you have this idea of the crazy homeless person is because they get, like, super dehumanized by casual society.
Yeah.
But also, it is usually recommended, like, hey, if you casually run into a guy on the street regularly, don't give a homeless guy $1 because he'll be asking you for that $1 every day. Like, food gift cards is probably more useful. They also, I'm sure some people will probably get annoyed at you for that.
Oh yeah, no, I've definitely Like, I try not to give homeless people money, because, I do try, like, once in a while, I'll see, like, I got, like, I'll give them, like, food and stuff. And if they get pissed off, I'm like, well, fuck you, and I just go about my day.
Yeah. I don't carry cash. At least not lately. But yeah, no, it's we do have a lot of food waste, and I feel like we could redirect it somewhere, and probably should make an effort to that. But also, I understand why the system is the way it is, because it's one of those things where your average person is not going to want to, eat, like, 2-day-old steak. And God forbid, if somebody, like, gets sick off that, well, guess what? You are liable. The food was fresh, and then you stored it, and then it did not get stored correctly, and was bad. And now that's your fault. So I understand why food companies are just like, no, we're not going to fuck with that. We're not going to risk it out there.
Nope. It's like, some people might think that's like cold and callous, but you got to look after yourself. You really do.
Well, and also, I as much as we can talk about that, like, it's almost just as cold and callous to just keep it back and then be like, you'll be fine with a 2-day-old bread or meat.
Yeah.
You don't need these vegetables fresh. Like, it's... I do not necessarily think we should just pawn off all food waste onto homeless people for no oversight either, because they'll get sick from that too. That's also kind of callous,
Yeah.
Like, it's a weird problem that has to do with the scale of our society and the scale of our economy that I'm sure we could find improvements for in an economical fashion, but it's also not a thing where you can just go one way or the other to, like, clear out the consumption issue, because you can't. It's it's a complex thing. Ooh, excuse me, sorry. I had a little bit of a burp. But yes, we can continue on with our other stuff.
We will continue on. So, last one comes from Agent 418, who says, "Hello, Lucky Omega. Hope your rolls went well. P.S. May the arc tides carry you well."
Yeah, I'm looping right now. I need that QP.
Yeah.
I got some QP. I immediately spent it all on append skills, and now I need more QP.
You see, that's the weird thing, Axe. You say that, but if there's like a repurpose scale, the store in question would just continue to sell the item until it can no longer be sold.
Yeah, I mean, like, technically the phrasing of, like, Best Buy date leaves them wiggle room of, like, it's not actually an expiration date. A decent amount of food doesn't quote-unquote expire. But also, I want to tell you, living in a hot, humid climate, the environment does a lot for food freshness. Like, we can buy, like, a pack of, like, cheap hamburger buns, and, you keep them out because they're better that way in the bag for a while. But if you don't eat them all up, like, right away, and sometimes if it's hot, you can't even eat them, like, fast enough.
Oh, yeah, I had this problem.
You gotta, like, start refrigerating them because it's hot and humid and your bread will go bad.
Not
like,
the bread!
We had some, I have some single-serve pizza crusts I, occasionally cook with. It's like, we moved to freezing those because, like I said, it's getting, even in the pantry, it's getting hot and humid, and they are still bread, and they do have tomato sauce in them. It's vacuum-packed, but it could still be affected by temperature. It's the kind of thing where it's like, no, it's safer to freeze them. They're not cooked yet anyway, so they'll get over that. But still, you got to think about these things, and it's a complex system that doesn't work everywhere. Somewhere that's got a dry, temperate climate is not going to have the same, like, handling of food as somewhere else. And you can say, oh, well, we can temperature control. No, not perfectly. Also, refrigeration has its own, and, like, aircon has its own, systemic things going on. Remember CFCs and, melting the ozone layers? I think we got a handle on that one, and or we stopped caring.
No, I do believe that the ozone layer is actually recovering.
Okay,
I do believe they said.
Yeah, I do believe we figured out there were bad chemicals for it and did pivot. We could find a pivot. Well, yeah, the ice caps are melting. That's a different issue that we should be aware of, but that's a different systemic problem. Though I hear the Maldives just greenlit a completely floating city.
Really?
Yeah, they've actually, like, got a lagoon plan. They're gonna anchor actual, like, housing and shopping areas to the bottom of a cove, and they're gonna build a city that's gonna be like, technically on the ocean. I guess I don't know how much of it actually physically floats, but they are building an aquatic city, and they've got to do it because they're the Maldives, and they will in fact be underwater soon. They are going to fucking be underwater, and unfortunately, because they're the Maldives, they can't yell loud enough about it to make anybody care. Which is a terrible shame.
Yeah. But that's it for Mailbag. I hope everyone enjoyed that. Reminder, we post Mailbag usually at the beginning of the week on our YouTube community page. So if you want to get something in to yell at us, talk with us, hang out with us, you can find it then and there.
Obviously, this week I could not do it in a timely manner. I probably should remember to do it, but I had a lot of other stuff to do. But I will also try and be better about tweeting the mailbag when Lucky posts it as well. He also shares it on our Discord in like 4 places, so you can't miss it. Join our Discord. We're cool.
I always forget. Since I always post it at work, and I'm very leery about going on Twitter on work, because even if my main account does not have, I don't like purposely retweet.
No, we like even on our. I try to avoid following artists for the sake of it on our studio Twitter, but I still have followed like a couple of official FGO artists who are cool, like Redrop and Paco and stuff. They still occasionally retweet things that work might find spicy. I don't know.
Yeah, so I usually don't. I usually don't go on Twitter at work. Usually.
Yeah, I just need to remember. Like obviously, like I said, it was Monday when you posted it, so I was blacked out for a couple of days and then had to play catch up. But I will try and be better about that as well. Follow us on social media. I tweet thumbnails and stuff and video releases and other things. But yes, that is the Mailbag. That took us to about an hour 40, so decent length episode. Especially because we're now in the free talk. Robyn, there is free talk for real. I cannot save you. Somebody in the patron chat is just saying that their exercise has caught up with them. That's what happens. Remember, drink plenty of water. Always prescribe yourself some rest after some work. Take some ibuprofen, lay down. Or stand up. I don't know. I don't know what muscle groups you did. You might be more comfortable in different positions. Humans are weird, y'all.
I would suggest doing some post-workout stretching and getting some heat on you.
Yeah. I remember just the other day, Loth sent a message about how he was not feeling good because he'd been like really stressed and was like really cramped up, and I'm like, get some hot food, take a hot shower, which he can do because it's winter for him. He's upside down. Warmth is very good for relaxing all this stuff. Not that I need to like work at any things, but I think I'll take a shower after I'm done with the show. It gives me something to do while I turn off everything to make sure my computer spits out the video in a timely manner. Anyway, we're not here to talk about hot water yet. Because first, in Chaldea Free Talk, or Chaldea Free Talk, whichever one you prefer, New Servant Deets, Mecha Bow Edition, because Tametomo did indeed come out after all, and is permanent to boot. And he's got pretty high attack. He is now the new number 2. He is above Arjuna, but below Super Orion, and has low to mid HP. Not the worst, but still not the bestest. QAABB, solid medium hit counts and NP gain. It's about 0.53, and I believe it's 3-hit arts cards, 4-hit buster cards, 3-hit quick, I think? Just off the top of my head. Something like that. Rounded numbers. Pretty typical. So, his NP is AoE Buster. It gets Pierce Invul and Ignore Defense for 1 turn first. So, true damage. The only thing this doesn't beat is special damage reduction. Also, if you're on a water field, you get 20% Buster Up for 1 turn, which is nice but not necessary. And also, with Overcharge, deals extra damage to lawful enemies. So you've got true damage and trait damage. And if you're on the water, you get Buster Up. Very solid kit for what I call anti-asshole. You may remember I talked about this a couple of years ago, starting with Ibuki Doji and Muramasa, with like Sabers, for instance. We've gotten quite a few units who have, like, Pierce Invuls, Ignore Defenses, and other kinds of, like, remove defensive debuffs and stuff. Kits that are designed to get around story and challenge quests where enemies are just annoying little shits to you. Tametomo definitely has that kit for a, permanent archer. And it's not like Lancers, ever evade or anything. But our first skill is 3 hits, 3 turns, 30 to 50% Buster Up, so pretty good mana burst. Also 20 to 30% crit up for 3 turns, very solid. Second skill is a 1 to 2k Guts, and when his Guts is activated, he gets 1 hit, 3 turns of 20 to 30% NP damage up, and clears his debuffs. So pretty fun. Also, it's a 20 to 30% battery. So it is a battery, a Guts, and if you proc Guts, you get NP damage up and clear debuffs. Final skill, Sure Hit for 5 turns, 5 to 10 NP per turn for 5 turns, and 1/5 NP plus per turn for 5 turns, which is 10 to 20%. So if you max that out and you wait the 5 turns, on the last turn you get plus 100% NP damage. Passes are Magic Resistance C and IAB. So basically this is a longevity buster kit. You can basically tell defenses to fuck off. Like, I think the only thing you can't get out of is damage cut, obviously, and special damage resistance, but still. Ignore defenses, and ignore defense increases, and, ignore invul. Very long, sure hit as well for more turns. Big damage numbers, very solid, potential, that 3/3 buster, and quite a lot of NP damage ups as well. Pretty cool. I know Buster Stall kind of exists And it's got a little bit of trait damage and crit damage on top. You know, you get bonus damage for Youth Overcharge versus Lawful Servants, which is a lot of servants. So
A lot.
quite a few Lancers, actually, I think. So yeah, I don't think anything like crazy good, but just having an NP that does ignore death and ignore invincible every time, solid. That's just good. You will find a use for that. And then, you know, there's actually some other stuff in there.
Mm-hmm.
But now it is time to talk about the summer. I will once again reiterate our spoiler warning from above. Usually I try to avoid, like, new story characters and stuff in here, but because of Clairvoyants, we know all the banners, so I will be mentioning what summer servants are coming, and discussing, you know, story quests and difficulty for the new event. So if you want to go in completely blind to protect your virgin eyes, you should tune away now. We have timecodes for this purpose. But I will be giving you some heads up on it. So, is it summer already, guys? Well, I'm already melting in my chair, so let's get into it. So, Servant Summer Camp will be a time-gated event with day and night functions similar to Summer 3, and is a 100-mission event. Basically, as you progress story, you will switch day and night, which will give you access to slightly different quests and missions and stuff. And yes, it's a 100-missions event. Usually those are pretty popular, so let's hope it's a thumbs up. You know, no need for point ladders. So, your main quests shall be divided into 11 acts plus an opening and an epilogue. Completing these will get you the Chaldea Pathfinder MC. That's right, new Mystic Code, everybody. Hype. This one is quicken NP damage up, critical up. I think it's team-wide critical up, and 10% NP battery, as well as remove ailment debuffs. That's damage over time debuffs. So, some fun stuff. It'll get you Mash's second swimsuit costume. That's right, Mash gets her second swimsuit this year. You'll get a 3-star CE. You will get temporary and permanent Summer U. From your core main story, you'll get a Grail, and you'll get something like 28 Saint Quartz. So this event is formatted a little weird on the wiki. The total is 28, but that accounts for some side content, and also, after you complete the epilogue and you get through certain missions, you will unlock and have to deal with the dreaded sequel. Yeah, they call it the sequels. Very funny for a summer camp slasher themed event. So by doing the sequel quests, the part 2, that will give you about 6 more quests and battles, which will give you a second Grail. It will unlock the challenge quest, and completing those in your mission list will get you your extra NP copies of you. So, still got some fun stuff there. For difficulty, most enemies in main quests... Sorry, my pop filter was slightly askew. Most enemies in main quests will be sub, like, 50k HP even. Considering this is a damage bonus event, that'll probably be pretty easy. But bosses can get into the 100 to 200k HP range easy with some outliers. For mobs, expect to see a lot of undeads. That's, you know, zombos from the Kara no Kyokai event first. Wolves, ghosts, also the Kara no Kyokai ghosts, they're called specters in this. Ghoulies, and a new berserker enemy called Cutthroats. Though I suspect, I have a feeling they may end up translated as slashers in the Western release. We'll see. But they're the chain enemy format, you know, so soulless ones, that kind of stuff. But they have creepy masks on.
Oof.
So like I said, they're very slasher themed. So I'm gonna drop you a general warning now. The main quests in this event are littered with unwinnable fights. There are so many fights that are gonna be end after the enemy drops 1 NP, end after 3 turns, end after so many stuff. Like, watch out for that, okay? If you run into a fight that seems like it's impossible to handle, it probably is. So you wanna play that one out. There are also several solo mode supports ones. These shenanigans include Summer Kiara versus Oops All Avenger Chickens, solo support Mandricardo versus Giant Boar. Technically not a solo support, but it is a fixed support only. You have to do with a squad of lollies to beat up Jaguar Man with 2 100k break bars.
That sounds terrifying.
Yes, I believe it is. I believe it is the. I think like Jaguar Man's subtitle in that quest is something like The Final Terror or something. It's clearly an homage to those something you may have seen in anime a lot. It's very popular in Japan, the Tests of Courage. You wander out into the woods alone and you get ambushed by the teachers. It's almost assuredly one of those.
Okay, I get it.
Nidocris and Shez team up to take on some various servants and then fight a big ghost. And that's about it for the solo supports, besides some specific bosses. But there's a lot of fun little summer camp themed stuff. Now, first off, in our breakdown of quests, you will have to deal with some boss fights with Phantom, where he pulls some shenanigans, culminating in a boss fight with a dialogue choice. That's right, dialogue actually matters. So, I will state this very clearly. The top dialogue choice. The top choice. Phantom will have 3 million HP, an unremovable guts, and a special damage resistance, and is armed with 100 cutthroat enemies. To clear this quest, you will only need to beat Phantom. You will have access to your choice of Emiya, Lanling, Ilya, and Murasaki on support, and after 8 turns, every enemy is reduced to 1 HP and Phantom loses his buff. So basically, survive 8 turns, do the flip. The bottom choice. You can only pick Summer Ilya for support, but Phantom has 70k HP and is debuffed, but you do also have to kill 8 cutthroats with him. Yes, I do actually think survive 8 hours of the night is correct, because the thing that happens after the 8th turn is day is here. So basically, you have to pick, you either get a long-form endurance battle, or you can get a more limited battle, but you have to defeat all the enemies. There's a Lancer Kyo matchup where she has about 180k HP, which she deals bonus damage to your front row and has Buster down. I will not spoil that debuff. It's funny. Our next bullshit carnival is for a act. You have to do several fights with Fujino, where, like Phantom, you cannot actually beat her up until the last battle. The last battle, she has about 200k HP and you get a series of buffs or enemy debuffs per turn. So, creepy ghost girl thing comes back. During another act, you'll have to fight some hopeless boss fights against some people. There'll be a giant, million HP Summer Kiara, I think, that you can just have to, fam it. But you will have to fight a 240k HP Anastasia under Skill Seal and NP Seal for 3 turns. Those buffs are removable. You have to defeat a Summer Abby with 320k HP. She has a Guts, but the battle ends when you proc her Guts, so it's not a big issue. You have to defeat Summer Kiara with 230k HP. You have a front row of supports only. You are forced to pick your you and then support Bryn and Tomoe, but your back row can be anybody you like. And she evades all non-AoE attacks and is permanently debuff immune. Have fun with that one. I believe Bryn and you have increased NP gain for that battle, but yeah, some nonsense. Yes, level your you. Do that anyway, but level your you. And then the final chapter is just full of nonsense. There's 7 fights in here. You gotta fight Lanling twice with 400k HP, and you have to use Summer You. She does get buffs the second time, but the first time, as far as I know, this is a legitimate boss fight. You have to use Summer You in your front row, and you're gonna get bullied, buddies. And the final battle is an archer with 3 break bars. They're all about 100k something. But you do have access to Super Paisen buffs. I believe, at least in the original translation, it is called Perfect Guchan. So, yeah, you get some funny stuff, but you do have to make some work for it. And the Squeakquel has some similar bullshit. The first fight is red hair with 200k break bars, and he slaps you with fear, so you'll be constantly getting stunned. We do the In Space sequel next. You have to fight Space Ishtar with 300k/180k, and for her first break bar, she has special damage resist also. Great, thanks, I love it. Next, we get the Christmas special episode, because you gotta fight Saber Stolf with 240 and 250k HP bars. He reduces your crit damage regularly, and when you break his bar, he eats your NP bars. You have to fight an Amakusa, who has 180 and then 300k HP, and then after you break his first break bar, he charges his NP every turn, but he hits himself with NP damage down. So, considering this is Amakusa, I do not believe you will die, but you will lose all your buffs all the time. And then the final episode of the Squeakquel section, the part 2, is you have to fight a new A boss with 130, 169, nice, and 230k HP bars. Gives you attack down and curse every turn. It has a chance to give you other debuffs like critical down and stuff. Now, free quests have a day and night version. They also have some A and B versions. There's some different stuff depending on where you are at the story. But thankfully, they are all mono class. Not even Berserker hybrids. The Berserker ones, those are all Berserkers. Everything is mono class. Bosses cap out at 300k. Keep in mind, this has a damage CE, and you have servants with plus 100% damage. So, thankfully, this will be good. Now, to do these quests, you will have some bonus servants. Ding, 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 ding. So, Summer Paisen, Summer Kiara, and Summer Abby all give you plus 100% damage and plus 50% bond gain. So, the welfare and the new SSRs give you extra shit. Sigurd, Lanling, Emiya, Castoria, Summer Bryn, Summer Ilya, Summer Murasaki, and Summer Tomoe. So, the 4 stars, the males, and Castoria. Thank God they remembered this. Will give you 50% damage and 20% bond. Mash also gets 50% damage and her usual bond bonus to the party. Because, hey, she has a new swimsuit, so. And then finally, every single previous summer, male and female, along with William Tell, Columbus, Hans, Regular Paisen, Zhang Yu, Spartacus, and Shinshi Wong, are 30% damage and 20% bond. So you have a wide variety of bonus servants to pick from. The missions are pretty typical. You're going to get your usual story progress, clearing certain story acts will clear missions. You need to defeat certain enemies with traits, certain classes, clear certain maps, etc. You need to get so many of the currency drops, and also don't forget to level your Summer U and use her in quests. I do not actually believe her bond is required for the missions. It's you have to use her in quests and level her, ascend her. Just be mindful. Some of your missions are specifically defeat so many enemies during day or night, or defeat so many enemies at certain locations at day or night, so when you're playing the story, be mindful of what time it is for you to unlock your missions. I'm going to assume that similar to Summer 3, once you complete the main story, you will probably be able to freely swap night and day. But otherwise, be mindful of when you're doing certain free quests. Like, you may want to actually not progress story so you don't change the time of day. So keep that in mind. Now, doing your missions is how you get your extra Summer UNPs and Ascension items. You get 4 copies of the enemy appearance CE, which I of course have to comment. Seriously, guys? Seriously? You got 100 missions? You can't do 5 CEs?
Nope.
It'll also give you the command codes, and to be fair, you're getting a shitload of mats. We're looking at mat drops like eggs, hearts, stingers, dust, pages, shoes, stakes, lanterns, seeds, gears, horns, proofs, stand arrows, feathers, lanugos, and lamps. Plus some MPs, some foes, some skill gems, Rider, Lancer, Saber, and Assassin, and a lore. You get a lore for doing this. Your shop holds fruits, claws, shells, shards, ice, magatamas, soaps, big bells, bones, and Saber, Lancer, Rider statues, plus your usual foes and EXPs. The male costume unlocks are all in the store as well. They're currency only. Your usual blobs unlockers, and the perfectly expected 4 copies of the damage CE. But yeah, so there is a rare enemy appearance up CE in the mission ladder, and there are missions about that, and there are damage CE in there, so keep that in mind. Summon banners will, of course, be happening. Banner number 1, we've confirmed it, that will be Summer Kiara, Summer Bryn, and Summer Ilya, plus CEs for some more drops. The male banner should be occurring at roughly the same time, that is Sigurd, Landling, and Emiya, plus different CEs. Banner 2 should be about a week later. That is Summer Abigail, Summer Tomoe, and Summer Murasaki, plus all CEs, both the male and female CEs, will be added. Oh, and also, Sigurd should get his NP upgrade. That'll give him damage plus and charge down. He'll reduce the enemy charge by 1. And I double-checked according to my Discord, so if I am wrong, blame them. But Hans doesn't have his animation update, so he should get this with the new summer.
Ooh.
So we get the funny new Hans stuff. And that's about it. It's pretty straightforward. The main story will have some shenanigans, but and obviously, like I said, you got to pay attention to day and night cycle when you're clearing your missions. But otherwise, should be a pretty simple and straightforward summer event. Happy farming, happy capping, everybody.
Yay!
I'm pretty excited for this one. Obviously, we get summer Paisen, some fun stuff. New Mystic Code. I almost said new Mastic Code. That's not correct. But new codes, new things. Gonna be fun. Gonna be a fun time. And I'm very interested to read this story as well.
I'm excited as well.
Yes, I believe there were a lot of yokes and memes to come from this one, so I'll be interested in seeing how this shakes out. And we're gonna get introduced to a story character who still hasn't come out in JP, and people are still slightly nettled. But yeah, that's the pregame. I hope you enjoyed that and you find it useful. But alright. Beyond that, we have a couple of our usual businessy do's, business and booples, before we get on out of here. Let me check the patron poll. I mean, technically this character got in before some of the Gouda characters. Yeah, so we are running a Fan Servant Friday poll as usual. That is available for all our 5 and up patrons can vote on content. Currently, with about 50% of the votes, Benji Franks is winning, as expected. But otherwise, it's pretty even. I'm actually quite glad Annie Oakley shut up a little bit. She was a little low before, but we're scooching up. You still got 2 whole weeks to vote in the poll, whether you are a current patron or if you decide to join up to vote in the poll and influence it. So, while obviously he does have a 50%, it is still possible to catch up. Sorry, my bad. That's a week left. There's 14 votes total. There's a week left in the poll. Still, quite plenty of time if you haven't voted already, or if you, like I said, want to sign up and vote. Sorry, I scrolled past the fail portrayal vote in poll, and I feel like I'm being trolled. It was 5-5 earlier, then it went to 6-5, and now it's 6-6 for the 2 leaders. I just feel like people are joshing me. Why would you do that to me? But, let's see, any other business? Obviously, I'm going to try and slam together a Volume 1 of Summer Wanted, so you can get your catalyst and review the new servants. Yes, that will include 4 stars. I know we don't normally do those, but I bundle them up for summer because summer servants are, kind of a special FGO thing, and so there's no point in talking about their lore and history and stuff because they're alternates of characters that already exist. But we can talk about their mechanics and fun stuff. So I'll have to find time to do that sometime in the next 4-ish days. Anything else going on? I mean, obviously, if you're watching this episode now on, YouTube or something, make sure to watch What's Up stream later. You can watch Lucky Play Returnal, probably.
Probably.
We don't have any special stream plans or anything this Sunday. Shout out to all you people who showed up for the stream, though. That was a big bungly one for us. I believe our audio on the YouTube end ended up a little weird. We apologize for that.
Yeah, I'm still not entirely sure what happened, but the audio for the actual stream got muted at some point. I'm not entirely sure why, but it happened, so yeah. There we are.
But a lot of you showed up. We appreciate that. Super cool. It's great.
It was super cool. Thank you. Okay.
So it was a good stream. Lots of people showed up. Might be one of our records for most streams. I think we hit 250 tops.
I don't remember, but it was a number.
No. What we're saying is it's not, because it was the AX stream, the actual stream, not FGO. And it is not we had to mute something for copyright reasons. We are saying on our end, we don't know why it got muted. We haven't gotten any hits for anything from YouTube about automated content. So it is our mea culpa, but also, like I said, he's not exactly sure why or when it happened. It just did. But still, it's super cool. You should go check it out if you want to see our live reactions to various things. Joking along with Albert, sassing the crowd.
Mm-hmm.
I think at one point, I have a very loud outburst when the November was actually said for Lost Belt 5.5. I was like, November? People were hyped. There was still some good stees there. But, yeah. I mean, our subs are kicking up pretty good from that as well. So, hey, if you're a new sub, this is what we usually do, the show, the thing. Yes. We joke that Albert lurks in our Discord because he actually brought up the fucking bingo cards about GSSR. I'm fairly certain that is just universal to any FGO community, but given our own struggles with that, I do like the joke. Also, seriously, once again, Albert, if you are lurking in our Discord, hey, if you can, come talk to us. We'll do an interview. We won't bite. We can do it remote. It's fine. You can return to the box if you feel unsafe after going to AX where the ppm of CO2 was very bad in some places. I don't know if we can actually ask that. That might be asking about why they say certain things in the translation might. I don't know if that'll go against the directives. We'll play ball with what questions we can and can't ask. It's just I don't know what'll get there. But yes, so check out our future streams coming up. We also do Monday streams. It's Great Ace Attorney currently, so you can check that out. We're having a grand old time doing accents and hopefully not melting our brains. And we have definitely confirmed there will be more Herlock Sholmes in the next episode. That motherfucker is absolutely hiding behind those books right now, waiting for us.
I'm expecting it, yes.
I know how this guy operates. We did case 2 already. But yeah, I think that's all of our usual wind-downy business for other stuff we got going on. Like I said, if you're a new sub, we got plenty of content you can be checking out. I do have a sub goal for 32, which is the Warhammer 40k fail portrayal. I am slugging away at that, by the way, that PowerPoint, because I noticed that off the stream in the one, and we did get quite a few subs, so I feel like we'll hit that a little sooner than I expected, so I'm chipping away. Yeah, but I think that's everything.
Yep, I'm done.
Yeah. Sorry, y'all. I'm a little sweaty and a little sleepy, and I do think I need that shower. Just because it's hot. It's goddamn hot, as we say. Get ready for many goddamn hot jokes next year with Summer Anastasia. Anyway, I think it's about time to do the outro. Chat, what about you? Are you ready for the outro? In before 5 people say no, and then I'll be like, well, too bad. Somebody doesn't vote for that. That's pretty funny. All right, nobody joked to the outro. We're doing the outro. It goes a little something like this. First of all, if you're watching this video on YouTube, be sure to give it a like if you liked it. Feed the algorithm. Give it the juice. Leave a comment down below if you want. Don't let our comment section be overrun with weird bots. Give us your comments.
Sick
If
bots.
you've not already responded to the old whatchamadoodle, the wanted, talk about your Castoria rolls, your GSSRs, let us know in the comments below. Who have you been leveling to 120 with your sweet EXP embers? Give us the deets. You can also hit us up on our Discord. That link is, as always, in the video overlay, video description, and on our channel page. If you're new here and haven't already, please subscribe to the channel for more of this content. More subs equals more better. And if you're already subscribed, don't forget that bell for notifications. You can also join our channel memberships. We did get a lot of gift memberships thrown out over the weekend, but you can also join at any time. We do have like 3 emote slots we need to figure out what to do, but you can get access to membership badges and emotes. I need to double check the list of what we already have uploaded. But yes, emotes, they're cool. And like I said earlier and talked about with other stuff, you can support us on Patreon. You can get access to this episode in audio format early for as little as $1 a month or approximately $10 a year. At higher levels, you can vote in polls. You can get access to videos early. The good patrons got wanted a few days early. I know several people actually took advantage of that one. You can listen to us record Let's Talk FGO live, get on our shoutouts and more, and it's just a good time and supports us.
Yeah.
Alrighty, I do believe that is everything for this week. The episode being recorded on July the 8th. So, I think we'll see you guys next time.
See you next time, everyone.
Make sure to pack appropriately for camp. Get your permission slips lined.
Bring your snacks.
Bring plenty of snacks and bug spray. Don't forget your sunscreen.